Hello, my friends. How are we doing? Missed you. It's been a long time. It's been a wonderful weekend. We're starting a new week today. It's Monday, and with this beginning of new week, we are ending the month of August. And in 2 days, all around us, the chaos is happening. It's the beginning of a new school year in Israel. This year, it's happening right at the beginning of the major holidays of Tishrei, which means that the next month of September, we're going to have a little less than 1 week of school to all those kids, which put us parents in a position of deciding whether we want to do it that way or we want to completely eradicate this month out of the calendar and maybe go out and continue the summer vacation for another month as is, nothing is happening. So I want to talk a little bit about it because the excitement that I'm going through is immense. This year I got my young son going to first grade and my twin girls going for the first time for the kindergarten. Let's talk about it today a little bit. So let's go and start our live. Hi, I'm back. All right, so here we are. I'm Ron Sinai. For those who don't know, I've been involved in the Israeli tourism industry for about 3 decades. This year, I founded the Sinai Connection. This platform actually allows and enables people around the world to invest in Israel, whether in real estate, high-tech, charity, and more. Please join us at the Sinai Connection to see what's going on. These days, as part of the excitement, it's the Paralimpic Games that's happening around us, and we are gathering medals, something that never happened that manner. All those handicapped and people that has a lot more difficulties with finding that here in Israel, they do have the ability to end up as gold medalists, as world champions, and we are very, very proud of them. I think that one of the most amazing thing was to find this wonderful girl, Moran Samuel, that won a silver medal as a rower on Saturday. So I was really, really excited to see it. And for the first time, I think, in the history of Paralympic Games here in Israel, we got them live, like we had with the Olympic Games. And I find it to be fascinating that this issue of sports, especially with those with difficulties, actually gets its position as a major thing in our daily life. Really, really proud of it. But as I said at the beginning, today we gathered here to talk about my excitement. I don't want to go there before I'll touch with a little word for those who heard last week. We had some skirmish on the border with Gaza, something that happens very frequent, and the news doesn't say anything about it. A bunch of Palestinians were aiming towards the border with Israel. Some of them actually managed to cut the fence between Gaza and Israel, reached an Israeli post, and shot from point blank an Israeli soldier. He was lying in the hospital for almost a week, severely injured with a head trauma. The whole media in Israel was covering the grouping of people around the hospital, saying prayers, doing slichot by the hospital. This is the month of Elul before Rosh Hashanah. In the Jewish tradition, this is the time to go and ask forgiveness before the arrival of Rosh Hashanah and the signing up in God's book, for better or worse, to this year. And that month, with all those prayers we're doing by these soldiers, by this specific soldier, and unfortunately, we were announced this afternoon that he passed away, and the pain is hard, and we deal with that. And yet, as I said, we gathered today to talk about the excitement of first grade kids and the beginning of the new year. And we have to remember that last year, the year ended with this COVID issues in a very tough way. Most of the year, kids did not go to school. They learned through long distance education, Zoom and others. My kids got square eyes from my 5-year-old who was in kindergarten to my older kid who's now heading to what it calls high school or middle school. He just finished his elementary school. He's going to middle school, and he's very, very excited. It's a new school, new friends. It's the beginning of what's happening. And at the end of that notion of him going to school and my 6-year-old going to first grade, and my twins, after being at home for a year and a half with us, enjoying the COVID pandemic time, with actually giving me the opportunity to be part of raising my kids after years of being in the tourism industry and not being able to share this excitement with my kids. They're starting a new year in a new kindergarten, and above all, hovering this very dark cloud of Israel's issues of COVID and of in Israel, the situation is that in order to do anything, you have to prove that you're healthy. You have to have vaccination. If you're not vaccinated, you're not allowed to send your kids to school. If your kids is not vaccinated, and everybody here from the age of 12 has to be vaccinated. If not, there's going to be an issue of testing them every day before going to school. There's going to be a lot of issues about pressure that is going to be put on younger kids to get vaccinated soon, as it seems like with families that don't have everybody vaccinated in the family, they will not be allowed to accommodate their kids to school. They're not allowed to join in any activities that has to do with their kids in school. Something that actually causes a lot of tension due to the fact that 95% of those who are in danger are being vaccinated or have been vaccinated, not once, not twice, but 3 times, with hoping that with the next 4 months they'll get the 4th time and the 5th and the 6th, and therefore, in a way, they're secure. Now they're going towards the kids and the younger adults to get them all vaccinated. Whoever been over 6 months will have to be revaccinated. Unfortunately, the hospitals are filled with sick, fully vaccinated people, which means that the vaccination doesn't really stop the transfer of the disease or the getting sick. Hence, there's an issue with that. We need to figure out what's going to happen with that. I'm finding this to be troubling, but yet it's so exciting. And I just saw my kid going to his first class for the first time, meeting with his teacher. He was all lit. The fact that he could meet with his friends that he hasn't seen throughout the summer. And we are very, very happy that this is happening with all those clouds that hovers over us as parents, and what it's going to mean towards kids who will have to go to school and being checked every morning before entering school. Does that mean that they are not? I mean, they have to prove that they're not sick. That for the first time, they have to prove that they're healthy, and that's something that seems a little bit of a problem when you're surrounded with other kids. But let's see, it's crazy times, and crazy things are happening around us. I feel like in the country, things are going towards more extremism. I really hope that some sanity will come in and allow people to go back to being responsible to what they're doing and not coercing or forcing people towards doing things that they're not feeling comfortable with. It's a modern country with great health and abilities. But it's funny how all of this is actually touching our school year. I do know that in an amazing way, twins that going to kindergarten again in 2 days are going to have a very exciting first time meeting with kids their own age. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about all those new things that's coming, and it's all starting right before Rosh Hashanah that's coming next week. So I do want to remind you all that with the arrival of Rosh Hashanah, with the arrival of the high holidays, please, you're more than welcome. Go in, visit the Sinai Connection, see if you can find things that can make your year sweeter, nicer, warmer, and with a lot of love. I do want to end this, conclude this meeting with an invitation to visit our site and to see what we can do and see what Sinai Connection can do to you and for you. Stay in touch. Stay in touch with me. Stay in touch with the country. Stay in touch with us at the Sinai Connection and with our partners. And with that notion, I want to wish you all have a great week. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.